Hello, everybody, and welcome to Satisfactory, a game where we will construct, automate, explore, and exploit the environment in order to create a factory that extends to the heavens. Let's go ahead and get started. I will choose the grassy fields just because it's the first area I ever started in. Let's name the session after everyone's favorite Pokemon, Slugma. And let's begin. I will see you during onboarding.
Initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the Artificial Directory and Assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All Pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every Pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning arrow assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations, you are the 3rd in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, AB-B, in the binary system of Akicha. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding.
Alright, welcome to onboarding.
First contact.
There's going to be a few things we need to do first. We need to equip this weapon in order to protect ourselves against any hostile creatures.
Fixit Incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be.
You heard her, we do not waste, so we'll get rid of the drop pod.
Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Alright, and we just need to find some iron, and we have a nice start of a base. Now, in this game, a good way to move long distances is not just running, but if you crouch, if you slide and then jump to get a little bit more momentum. There's a hog.
Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component.
We need to get this guy out of the way.
Progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fixit does not pay by the kilometer. Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Now we're going to build our living environment. I am going to place it, pressing H to lock the hologram, taking a look around. We're clipping into this rock a little bit. I don't want that. Just move it. There we go. Now we can place our hub.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 1.
Alright, so Hub Upgrade 1, all we need to do is make 10 iron rods. That shouldn't be too difficult. We have a crafting bench right here. We just need to handcraft a little bit of iron. There's going to be quite a bit of handcrafting in these early tutorial phases of the game, but don't worry, it gets a lot less tedious later on. By the way, instead of holding down something, you can just tap the spacebar once to continuously craft. Like that. Here is the 10 iron rods.
Hub Upgrade 1, Storage and Frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 2.
Alright, with Hub Upgrade 1, we unlocked the equipment workshop and the portable miner, which will automate resource extraction for us. So let's go ahead and get to work crafting a portable miner. For that, we will need an equipment workshop. I'll just plop it down right here. And then a portable miner. So close to being able to afford a second one. I'm just going to grab a tiny bit of iron and craft that real quick. Now, portable miners are weird in that they're pretty much the only thing that's not a weapon or a tool that's going to go in your hands. So it can be a bit confusing, but stick the portable miner in your hands, and then you can place it down. And they will immediately begin extracting some iron ore for free, and there is no electricity or anything you need. They are just self-powered. And so what are we going to need for our second hub upgrade? We need 20 iron rods and 10 iron plates, which shouldn't be too hard. Let me check OBS that everything's working okay. Yep, looks like everything's good. Back to the game. Alright. Alright, and that is our second hub upgrade completed.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is
Alright, I want this power biomass burner to be on the other side, so I'm just gonna dismantle this and rotate it real quick. Alright, looks nice. Let's go ahead and place that. Get rid of all these exclamation marks. Alright. Now, with the last hub upgrade, we unlocked copper ore, which is essential for any electrical components. So before we go off running towards that copper ore, let's go plan ahead and craft a couple portable miners. We'll just slide jump our way over there. This guy over here is a space mutant penguin tick thing or something to that effect. It has a really funny name. Alright, that's gonna give us some copper. For the next hub upgrade, we need some copper wire, and I believe we have enough copper for that already. So let's go back to the hub. Another thing we unlocked was a smelter, so we can go ahead and start working on automating some more of our iron. Before that, let's craft this copper into some wire. Right now, the only thing we can use copper for is wire. We can craft wire into cable, but either way, it'll only be wire first. So let's just turn all of our copper into wire. Maybe not all of it, we won't need that much right now. 60 sounds like a good number. And I'll also make a few cables. Very nice. Deposit these here. And let's get to work on making a smelter. We need some more iron rods. Alright, I'm just going to make a smelter and plop it down right here next to the burner. We need to connect the two with a power line. And we need to put fuel in here. I don't have very many leaves actually, so I'll go and collect some real quick. Also, here's some limestone. We're gonna need some of that pretty soon. So it might be a good idea. I think I will actually. I'm going to go ahead and make some portable miners and stick them on that limestone. Oh, also, um, while we're collecting fuel, I can just turn this on so we're not wasting time with our factory down. I do not mean to pick up the whole miner. Grab all. Put all of this in here. And now collect more leaves. Actually, first, man, it's so hard to keep track of everything in your head that you want to do in this game. First, we'll put this limestone, these miners down on the limestone. There we go. Now we collect fuel. Well, we might as well collect fuel towards the direction of that copper, and then collect some copper as well. Now, while we are exploring this area, one thing that's cool is that the map isn't random. It's just one huge open map that everyone shares, so people who have played the game a while might recognize this area. You won't have to worry about running out of room, though. The map is huge. I like these little bird animal things.
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized as compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use.
Now, these rocks over here will poison you if you get close, like that. So keep watch for those. Now we have a good amount of leaves we can stick in here. We have a good amount of iron ingots that have been smelted already. Now let's go ahead and finish the milestone.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fixit's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero-waste policy. We understand that Fixit pioneers are only human, and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4.
Alright, now we have this interior furnishing complete with 2 beds, character customization, and a toilet, which has 1 item slot for some reason. How do I flush this? I could have sworn there was a way to flush it. Oh well. Let's change our colors and do a nice purple and red color scheme. I'll make primary purple and secondary red. Secondary. Looks good, and I'll make the overalls a little bit more muted purple. Needs more purple. Perfect. We'll also change our build gum to be more funky, as the game puts it. There we go. Now, obviously, since the game's in first person, there's not going to be a whole lot of actually seeing the effects of your character customization, but it's still cool that it's added in there. Our smelter just finished another batch of ores, so I'm going to grab this, stick it in here. Let's look at our next objective. We now need concrete, which requires limestone. Luckily for us, we already have some limestone waiting for us. With the limestone, we can make concrete. I'll also craft some iron plates and rods. Also, in the last milestone, we unlocked the constructor, which will allow us to automate some processed resources like iron plates. And I think we should get a jump on automating those. Because after all, we need 75 of them just for this milestone. So for that, we'll need 2 reinforced iron plates. For that, we'll need some screws. There we go. I will put the constructor right next to the smelter. I need some more cables first. Constructor. Right there. Holding control while I place the building in order to align it with this building. We can't connect them yet, but it's just but when you can connect them, that's something you can do. Anyways, we're gonna make iron plates using this one. We can just stick in a bunch of ingots. It does not have power yet. Notice how if you try to connect this building to the burner, you're not allowed because it can only connect to one thing at once. So what we need is a power pole. And I'm actually going to remap these buttons real quick. There we go. I'll make a power pole right here. And I'll connect it like so. And we're now creating iron plates. I'm going to go collect some copper, because we'll need it for those 20 cables and for some wires. It's getting pretty dark, so I'll turn the flashlight on. Actually, we have a lot of copper. It might be worth making another smelter just for copper. Here's some more iron, guarded by another hog. We'll probably use this iron in a little bit. But for now, we just need the one iron node. Now, it looks like I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Now we have an excess of copper. Haha, 420, funny number. So we can go ahead and work on these cables and wires. Now let's check on how the iron plates are doing. This one needs more ore. I'll just throw away this and get a fresh stack. You need more ingots. Okay. I have 62 out of 75 iron plates. I'm just gonna help it along with some more handcrafting. No, I won't. I don't have any iron. Well, I will just create a smelter while I'm waiting and set it up to smelt some copper. With that done, we've completed the next milestone.
Hub Upgrade 4, Landing Platform and Utilities, completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification.
What kind of
Portable miners,
incidents?
obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 5.
There's a cool little mini game right here. Just in case you wanted a diversion while you're waiting on things to be produced. So we just unlocked conveyor belts, so we're now able to do this. And we have our first assembly line going on. It's not fully automated because we still need to feed it iron ore. How's this one doing? You good? Notice how this is producing 30 iron ingots per minute. This is consuming 30 iron ingots per minute. So these are exactly the same. And that's good because it means our everything's balanced out. We're not going to have a deficit of resources or overproducing some resources. What do we need for Hub Upgrade 5? 75 of these, 50 of these, and 20 of these. Let's go ahead and craft a bunch of wires to get started on the cable, 50 cables requirement. There we go, and now we just need iron rods. Right now we're producing iron plates, so I'll just go ahead and switch this over to rods. Notice how here we consume 15 iron ingots per minute, but we produce 30. So really we need a second constructor in order to maximize our productivity. The problem is we can't connect that yet because we need some more logistic capabilities to make one conveyor belt go into 2 buildings. So that's something we can look at later. How are the iron rods doing? 13. Well, we have enough ingots to fully finish this, so let's go ahead and do some manual crafting as well. Alright, Hub Upgrade 5 completed.
Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7
Existentialism is a need for
workdays.
concern,
Next
alright.
objective: complete Hub Upgrade 6.
This little guy is a lizard doggo. Now you can actually tame them if you get close to them without running. They'll run away if you run. They'll slowly back up like that, and then you drop some berries. And now he's tamed. And you can pet the lizard doggo, which is pretty much the best thing ever. He's just a good little boy. I think I'll just keep his name as Doggo with Long Name because I like that name. Now for our next milestone, we need a lot of everything, pretty much. Let's grab our limestone. Our power grid shut down because we ran out of fuel. We have a little bit of leaves, but not enough. For some reason, I'm always scared to use wood instead of leaves. Obviously, using wood is fine. It's just, I like using leaves better. There's a little blue slug right there, which is a resource we can collect, and it will help us later on. We can actually... Oh, hey, there's our lizard doggo. We can actually go there right now if we just stick a conveyor belt down, like so.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving Fix-It production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
In the previous milestone, we unlocked the Miner Mark 1. Let's go ahead and set one of those up. They're better than portable miners because they're fully automated. You can just transport the resources with a conveyor belt, and no need to manually feed them anymore. The one downside is that they require power to drill. So let's take this and connect it to our iron smelter. Doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. And we'll also need to set up power. We don't have any power line connections. I like to think of it as a power pole basically has 2 slots for buildings and then 2 slots for power pole connections. And this power line right here counts as a power pole connection. So let's get rid of one of these, and now it has 2 connections to buildings. So we'll need another power line if we want to add a third one. We will add a power line right here as well, connect it to that building, and we're good to go. Although now we're burning a lot of fuel. Look how fast the leaves are going away. I'm going to start on crafting some of that concrete. Look at that, now it's fully automated. It just took a second for the drill to start actually drilling. We're mostly good on iron rods. I'm going to switch this back over to iron plates. And I believe that's the last thing we need for onboarding.
Hub upgrade 6. Landing platform hydraulics.
Just in time for the fuse to blow.
Landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
And get to work we will in the next episode of Satisfactory. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you later.